All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So, Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTR all for a Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. That means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking anywhere, somewhere on our ad, aka they're not simply scrolling on by. And we care about women clicking somewhere in our ad because that means our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that because when our ad enters their brain, that is the only time their chance of buying from us is non-zero. So we got to get this unique CTRL number up as high as possible, but under 6% is the most common thing I'm seeing, and it's a massive, massive problem. So even though it's the most common thing I'm seeing, and that boudoir photographers have in their Facebook ads backend dashboard, it is not normal. It is the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes. So 3 pre-click mistakes causes BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, we also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe, taking shape here. BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. And nobody else has this treatment. You can only get it here. And because we invented it. In Boudoir Pico, we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ad, whether it's on or off. We treat the duplicated ads. We leave the original one alone. Treat it. Takes about a week. At the end of the week, we keep whichever one rolling as the better metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we now have pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. And this is basically, we got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So we got our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine, easy enough. Treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now, in my residency, I went out and found some Boudoir Facebook ads out there in the wild. And first one I tested, the unique CTRL was 4.3%. So we know that's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated that, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So way better. So instead of like 4 out of 100 women clicking somewhere in the ad, we got it up to approximately 7 out of 100 women. So we actually found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of its ad spend. So instead of spending 10 grand a month on their Boudoir Facebook ads, $3,700 a month every single month was being wasted. So what we can do is we can eliminate that waste by using the Boudoir Pico treated ad and spend the difference instead and get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So Boudoir Pico at, what would this be, $6,300 a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So that's where the massive gains come from. Now, the second part of my residency, when I found another one in the wild, Boudoir Facebook ad, brought it back to the hospital. Unique CTRL 1.39%. Okay, that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present. Duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So that's insanely good. We found out the original was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, literally $8,400 a month being wasted, thrown out the window. So what we can do now with this Boudoir Pico treated ad is eliminate that wasted ad spend, only spend the difference, $1,600 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad, and we'll get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month spend. So massive gains there, and we pocket that $8,400, or the business owner pockets that as kind of like an invisible phantom bonus, phantom profit, because it's not being wasted. It's literally, something like 100 grand in kind of bonus profit in the next 12 months. Now, I finally had a patient saw his unique CTR all of his Facebook ads, 5.03%. So again, I knew the BLCS was present. So I went in Trio Boudoir Pico, well, duplicated Trio Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got his unique CTR all up to 15.35%. So I found out he was wasting 67%, or at least the original Boudoir Facebook ad wasting 67% of ad spend. So the original Boudoir Facebook ad had 10 grand a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brands as the Boudoir Pico treated ad, spending only $3,300 a month. So that whole difference, we're pocketing that difference as a bonus profit, or the business owner is, the boudoir photographer is, $6,700 a month in bonus profit by simply not spending that money. I would say, 80 grand bonus in the next 12 months. So insanely good without even needed to service any clients. So from these numbers, from what I've seen, the average boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%, so it's wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. So looking at this, looking at the BLC, so we're going to diagnose this, see if we believe it as BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome. So right here we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we trust that what Facebook tells us we should fill out when creating our ads is best for us, when actually it's best for Facebook. So the consequence of making this mistake is that we're going to have way more women scroll by our ad than necessary. Not click anywhere, our ad never enters their brain. Facebook's love this. Oops. Facebook love this because we actually, Facebook's able to serve more ads per unit time, make more money per unit time, but we lose more money per unit time. So we don't want to do that. Next, look at the creative. We got the, looks like an ad mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we're making it look like an ad, because every other Facebook ad we've seen, basically all of them look like ads. And nearly every other boudoir Facebook ad we've seen, nearly all of them look like ads. And so the easiest way, well, the consequence of this when we make ourselves look like ads is way more women scroll by our ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTR all under 6%, and contributing to BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome. Finally, we're going to look at the see more headline, first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook mobile news feed. So we're using 2 1/4 line here. So it's your birthday month, so why not take a chance to celebrate you with a limited edition boudoir session? You deserve this. All right, so we got the lack of context mistake here. So the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe that we put enough context to actually get people, the right people clicking through and kind of maximizing those number of people. But that is 100% incorrect with the way it's set up right now. So the lowest, kind of the consequence of this is way more women are going to scroll by our boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. That could have been perfect to click in and potentially buy from us, but we're actually, we actually, the way we set it up, kind of force them to keep scrolling on by. So this pulls our unique CTR all under 6%, contributes to BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, and contributes to us wasting our ad spend. All right, so diagnosis, do we believe this has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome? Yes, I believe the unique CTR is under 6%. Therefore, I believe this ad does have Boudoir low click syndrome. All right, so if you're a BLCA with BLCS, so you're a Boudoir low click advertiser with BLCS, and you want, well, and you spend more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you're looking at the marketplace, seeing it get more saturated, more, it seems like anytime someone gets a new iPhone, they're setting up their Google My Business profile saying they offer Boudoir, or, anyone gets a new camera, they're in the mom group saying they offer Boudoir. So you're just seeing the market become more and more saturated for the same number of buyers. And you're seeing, inflation and living, life costs. So, you got to, you've been optimizing the business, pulling more money out, optimizing other places, pull more money out for the same input, same effort. And you decide you now want to do that with the Boudoir, the Facebook ads part of your business. Kind of plug these holes, become more efficient, put this money back in your pockets, then shoot me a DM. Well, actually, you've seen how we can eliminate about 5K a month in wasted Boudoir Facebook ad spend. Put that back in your pocket. So that'd be approximately 60K over the next 12 months. Put that back in your pocket instead of Zucks, so you can get a phantom bonus. No extra effort on your part. And you want to achieve pre-click alignment so you can become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost to help you on your way to becoming the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM when I open up for new patient intake. New patient intake is not, new patient intake is closed right now. So no new patient intake right now, but when it opens up in the future, shoot me a DM and we'll see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.